The old-fashioned educate, then work, then retire model of life is dead for my generation, Generation X. We're going to live and therefore work longer than any generation before us. But you can't do the kind of work you're doing today in the same way that you're doing it into your 70s and beyond. We all need to design our work differently. We're going to have to intersperse moments of semi-retirement and moments of new learning with our later working life so that we can sustain ourselves for the next few decades. But no generation has ever done this before. No generation has ever needed to mess with that age-old model. So we'll need to invest more in educating ourselves how to do this, so that we're not at the mercy of others, taking the leftover scraps of work rather than designing the work that brings us most satisfaction. We're going to have to decide what we want or need to learn so that we can be intellectually and socially stimulated over our next few decades. We're going to have to design our finances differently so that we can stop and then start our working lives multiple times over the next decades without excessively worrying about our financial situations. Our generation have work sewn into our identity and our self-esteem and our self-worth. So even if you have the funds to retire on a yacht in the Caribbean sipping Negronis, your self-worth, identity and values will drive you towards returning to get paid for your skills, talents and experience. That's why so many professionals retire in their 50s and very soon after unretire. We need to work. A life in your 60s, 70s or 80s filled with deeply satisfying work, interspersed with some lifelong learning and moments of semi-retirement. Now, that sounds like a fierce life, doesn't it? Check out the link below to find out how.